Probably the most typical vernacular that I hear when discussing the personality profile of a salesperson is using the phrase hunter versus farmer. And more often than not, a vice president of sales or even a CEO will say, what we really need around here are some hunters. We've got farmers, but we really need hunters. Help us find some hunters. And in fact, it's one of the critical reasons why people work with us and utilize our candidate assessment and personality profiling services, is to be able to determine whether or not their candidate is a hunter or if that person is a farmer. Now, we can talk about whether or not a company really does need hunters versus farmers, because we've definitely found situations when companies are looking for hunters, yet in fact their top performers are farmers. But that's a topic for a different video blog. We're talking today about understanding the personality profile difference between a hunter and a farmer. And it's very simple and it's very clear. There are 4 behavioral traits that get measured in a personality profiling tool. Dominance, which is the level of aggressiveness. Extroversion, which is for sociability. Pace, which is rate of motion, be it fast-paced, go-go, or slower moving, slower going. And then structure and detail, detail-oriented or not detail-oriented. Well, it's very clear to define a hunter versus a farmer. Hunters are aggressive personalities, so their dominance will be high. Hunters are impatient personalities, so they will be fast-paced and they will be action-oriented. And hunters are traditionally big picture-oriented people, so their conformity will be low. Farmers, on the other hand, are consensus-oriented people. They are collaborative and consensus-oriented. Therefore, their dominance is low. They are typically good listeners, and they pay attention to what is important to the client's needs, and they take their time to understand. Therefore, their patience is high. More often than not, they are process-oriented and procedural, and they'll follow the steps necessary to do what needs to be done. Therefore, their conformity is high. We didn't talk about the extroversion trait because in both cases, hunters and farmers, more often than not, the extroversion trait is high. That's not the measurement that makes the difference between a hunter and a farmer. What we look at in candidate assessment and personality profiling is the positioning of the dominance trait, high as hunter, low as farmer, the pace trait, high as farmer, low as hunter, and the conformity trait, high as farmer, low as hunter. It's very easy to define, and it's also very easy to be able to see the gray areas as to when somebody combines certain traits of both hunters and farmers. Thanks for listening.